Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys the weekly soul connection reading. So this could be for twin flames or soulmates, however you resonate with your partner. And as usual, just take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. And not every single reading that you view from me is going to resonate with your situation. So like I said, take what resonates and don't get triggered by anything that doesn't resonate with you. So we're going to be using a variety of different decks here today. I'll let you guys know what I'm using as I'm shuffling all the decks on camera. If you guys are interested in any of the oracle decks that I've created, just go ahead and go into the description box below for the information. If you're international, go ahead and email me. I'll put that also in the description box below so that way you guys can get a special ordering link to order the cards. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it, you guys. So this, like I said, is going to be for the 21st of January. Maybe I didn't say that yet. January 21st, which is Monday, all the way until Sunday, January 27th. So we're basically going to check the energies between you and another person for the week. Let's get into it. So how I'm going to do this week is I'm going to go ahead and break it down. We're going to, of course, be referring to masculine and feminine energies. So basically this is going to be the masculine's energy and this is going to be the feminine's energy. These decks right here, this is the Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. This is the Psychic Heart Tarot and Oracle cards, both by John Holland. Really fantastic decks, especially for anybody out there that's just beginning to read tarot. The only thing that it doesn't have is it doesn't have court cards, which sometimes court cards can be very, very confusing anyways. So great deck. All right, so this is the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And I'm not going to use reversals in these cards today, just in case I happen to have any in here. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at all the different spaces of the masculine and the feminine. So let's break it down. And I just kind of want to do it side by side just to see, are they in alignment? So let's go ahead and take a look at the masculine's headspace for the week. We have the Four of Cups, and where is the feminine? We have her in the Six of Pentacles. I mean, we have completely opposite energy here. So the masculine is a little bit in that energy of being discontent and bored, turning his back perhaps on a lot of different things. It might not just be his feminine that he's turning his back on. It could just be that he's turning his back on all kinds of things that may represent something good. It's kind of like being stuck in your own head, refusing to see that there's anything else in front of you. So this could be about anything. It doesn't have to be about the feminine, but the feminine is in that energy where she is just wanting to give and receive. I mean, she's ready to go. So that's why these energies here are quite different between the masculine and the feminine in their headspace. So the feminine's thinking, let's do this, and the masculine's thinking, I don't know if I want this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some energies in the heart space. Where's the masculine and his emotions? Well, the thing is, regardless of here, and again, that might not have anything to do with the feminine. I'm getting here, this is my feminine card in this deck, the Empress. The feminine is definitely in the masculine's heart. So regardless of how the masculine is acting right now, I'm getting that the feminine is at the core of his heart space. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the feminine's energy. Wow. Oh my gosh. You guys are mirroring each other. Do you see this? So we have the masculine in his headspace, Four of Cups, and now the feminine is in the heart space, Four of Cups. And the thing that's interesting is that she's very much in this energy. Mentally, it's kind of like, let's go. But when it comes to the heart space, so her head's saying one thing, but her heart's saying another. And it's usually quite the opposite. I think in her heart space, she definitely knows that the masculine may not be ready at this particular time. She's not willing to settle for less. She's not willing to settle for, less than what she deserves. And so in her heart space, she knows. And the thing is, as a feminine, we tend to rely on our feelings rather than our head, our logical side. So the logical here is kind of saying like, let's just do this. Like, let's just, if I could just forget about my heart space at this time, I could totally give. And I'm just getting that regardless of wherever the masculine is at, the feminine is still sending good positive vibes his way, trying to pull him possibly out of that energy. But in her heart space, she's still protecting herself. She realizes that her masculine probably has his back to this experience. I love this Four of Cups in this deck because you see that infinity symbol? An opportunity is beckoning somebody here, but they're kind of turning their back on it right now. So I kind of recant what I said, which is this might not have anything to do with the feminine. I think it does because we have them mirroring each other. And we have such good energy coming from both of them in different aspects. But at the same time, logically and in the heart space, it's like they both know that there's something about the timing, something isn't right. And because we have 2 men on this card, I'm going to say that the person that has their back on the connection right now is the masculine. And the feminine knows this in her heart space. And that's why she maybe is, beckoning the masculine with her energy. And that might be one of the reasons we have that coming through is the 6 of Pentacles. She's lending these positive thoughts. She's lending this positive vibration to her masculine. And I am seeing that the masculine is feeling it in his heart space. He is. That is the feminine that he is feeling. So he's feeling better because of the feminine's energy. But is it enough at this moment for him to turn around? Maybe not. But keep doing what you're doing, feminines, because I'm seeing that it's actually something to where this may bear fruit. So it's beautiful. So let's go ahead and take a look at the material world. The material is about the physical plane, the 3D reality, ego, things like that. Let's just see where the masculine is at. He's conflicted. 2 of Swords. He's got a mental conflict. So he's feeling conflicted when it comes to what the hell he's doing, what he's thinking, what he wants, that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and see about the feminine here. Wow. Come on. Here we go. Oh, wow. Look at feminine is really kicking ass and taking names. I'm telling you here, because she is really in her divine feminine energy. I mean, she's coming up in the reading right away. And it's definitely in the masculine space. So her energy is so good that she's able to touch her masculine in a positive way. But at the same time, the masculine still has the free will to just kind of sit there and, become or stay in this mental conflict and not really do anything at this time, not really turn around. But I'm seeing that the feminine's not worried about it. She's in this energy of, I'm just ready to release. This is the Death card. I'm ready to release anything that no longer serves me. I'm doing me right now. I'm taking care of me. And I'm seeing because the feminine is in such a high vibration of her own power, this is actually lending straight to her divine masculine. That's what I'm seeing. So feminine's good for you if you're watching the video. You're doing a great job of basically just doing your clearing, doing your purging, and letting go and releasing things that are no longer serving you. That is freaking awesome. So you're not letting your ego get you down. I see the masculine is conflicted by his ego, but the feminine, she's getting done. She's done with that shit. That's awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look at the spiritual energy that the masculine is holding currently. Wow. Ooh, the Judgment. I love this. Really starting to see the truth of the situation. So if the masculine has done anything, in this life, we all have, of course, that has not been on the up and up, that he may have not always been acting with integrity or the truth. Past actions, that's what Judgment's all about. Judgment's also about an awakening. It's about a rebirth. It's about, that judgment, that final judgment day. So the masculine's in some pretty heavy duty energy when it comes to his spirituality right now. Spiritually, he's really having to face the truth. And that might be one of the reasons why he's trying to fight it with that 2 of Swords energy. And why this card here keeps coming through for the masculine, that there's an opportunity that's beckoning him. There's this spiritual lesson that is beckoning him, but he still has his back on it. But I'm just getting here with the Judgment card. Nobody can escape judgment. Nobody can escape Judgment Day. So Judgment Day is here. It's present right now for the masculine. And he can keep pushing it away all he wants. But at some point, he's going to have to face it. At some point, he's going to have to turn around and he's going to have to face either his feminine or he's going to have to face something going on with himself and how he's been living his life for quite some time. So let's go ahead and see the feminine's energy here when it comes to spirit. Yeah, it's challenging. It's definitely challenging. She's been through a lot. For the feminine, it may be that she's had to go through some rough times. 5 of Wands energy, mental conflicts herself. But see, she's beating this. She's getting through it. And I'm not trying to make the masculine out to be the weak person here, but that's just kind of what I'm getting when we're comparing apples to apples, you guys. The feminine is really doing a great job at being in her energy, owning her shit, facing the challenges, and fighting for this. And releasing anything, releasing attachments, releasing anything that's not serving her. And that's probably why in her mental space, she's in the energy of just being able to give to her masculine because she's not attached to it. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why in her heart space, she's a little detached. As in, it doesn't mean that she doesn't care for her masculine. It doesn't mean that she, is turning her back on her masculine. I just get that she realizes that her masculine has just a major lesson. He has to come to some conclusion on his own. She can't do the work for him. She can certainly help aid him on this journey, but she can't do the work for him. So this has been challenging for her. This has been a very, very challenging experience so far when it has come to her journey, whatever this is. So anyways, yeah, I really love to do a spread like this where we're comparing the energies because, like I said, you can really see that the masculine and feminine are in a little bit of a different energy. The masculine is a little bit more low vibration and the feminine is in the higher vibration. And that's really good because I'm sure that a lot of my viewers are feminines. And so this would be a really, good time to congratulate yourself and to basically, pat yourself on the back for all the hard work that you have been doing. And I'm seeing that you're going to be continuing to do this work this week. And I think that a lot of things may coming up for, to the surface for you in order for you to release it and let it go. So if you guys aren't quite feeling that way at this moment, it may be that as the week unfolds that you're starting to feel like, wow, I'm in my full power. I'm getting it. I'm letting go. I'm facing these challenges. I'm up for this task. I'm up for this battle. Okay. Whatever it is, you're doing really, really well. But just know here for the masculine that the masculine is he's got this opportunity, but he's just not ready to face it right now. But he is in the state of judgment when it comes to his soul development and growth and spirituality right now. And so you can't turn your back on that forever. And 1111 just popped on the screen when I said that. So beautiful, love it. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what are some of the energies that the masculine and feminine are holding. Because this was their own energy. Let's see what they're holding for each other. Let's see how they are viewing each other at this particular time. So we're going to go ahead and get into some positive energies, and also we're going to get into some challenging energies because obviously there's shadow and light in everything. So we're going to go ahead and start off with these cards here. It's called the Love Pact by Chuck Spezzano. And then we'll go ahead and get into some challenging cards, maybe just some in ways where we're challenged by our partner. So there's that, and then this one right here. So it's a deck that's all combined, but I separate the two energies. Okay, let's do it. All right, so the masculine, the energy that he's holding towards his feminine as far as the light is concerned, so the light energy that he is holding, floating on air, that's beautiful. It could be that right now where he is at is that he may not be with his feminine, and because he's not with his feminine, he may be dreaming about her, he may be thinking about her. It just may be that there's a challenge. There's too much of a challenge for them to actually be together in the physical. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but the floating on air just means that, we're in a different dimension. I'm thinking of you in a different dimension. I may not be with you in the physical. That's going to resonate for some of you and not for others. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the challenge that the masculine is facing when it comes to his feminine. We have cynicism. Yeah, the masculine has some sort of an energy here where he's very cynical. He might just be cynical about love, period, or he's cynical with the fact that he's ever going to be able to fix this issue or problem, that he's ever going to be able to get right with his energy, that he's cut out for a connection or a relationship at this time or ever. So there's definitely some bad attitude that the masculine has when it comes to love specifically. And it could be that him and his feminine have had a lot of issues, and so he doesn't know how they're going to be able to fix that. He doesn't know if they're going to be able to, patch things up and how they're going to get past certain issues. That could be it. But it may just be that his attitude at this present time just seems to be a little kind of like, cynical when it comes to love. That's what I'm getting here. And let's go ahead and see the feminine's energy towards the masculine and the light. She sees his beauty. That's the thing, regardless of the bullshit, regardless of the stuff that the masculine is just his behavior or what he's done or what he's doing right now. It doesn't matter. It's not that it doesn't matter, but you're still able to see the light in your masculine. You're still able to see the beauty in this person for sure. Okay. So let's go ahead and see your shadow that you feel towards the masculine or the challenge. We have independence. So there's definitely this energy here where we're feeling alone, we're feeling abandoned, we're feeling like our masculine has just kind of left us on this journey or connection that we're going to have to fend for ourselves. How am I going to go about this alone? We had plans for the future. Now all of a sudden I'm on my own. I'm on my own little private island now. What the hell do I do? So it could be that the feminine right now is struggling when it comes to her independence. She might be very dependent or feeling very challenged by her dependency on her masculine. But I definitely feel like the feminine has come through very strong in this reading, very healed, doing really, really well. So of course there's that shadow aspect that still tends to creep in. We can be having a really good day and feel very empowered one week, and then the next week it's like everything crashes and burns and we're like, holy shit, where did all of that good progress go? So, we're not going to feel completely empowered every single day. We might hit a few bumps. Even the most enlightened individuals have their bad days. So even if that were to happen, if you're in high vibration, you're feeling really good and you're releasing and everything's going fantastic, and then all of a sudden you start feeling this isolation and this solitude, and you feel like you're all alone on this journey or whatever, situation you've got, and you might feel abandoned. So that might be some of your challenges and some of your shadows when it comes to dealing with your masculine, is that you feel abandoned, you feel alone, you feel like you're the only one in this, you're the only one that's doing all the work, and your masculine isn't doing shit. There's that energy coming through here for some of you. And it makes sense that you would feel this way, because there's definitely an energy coming from the masculine where he's got a real issue either with commitment or love or happily ever after. But it's funny because there's this light energy that he has with you feminine, which is he floats on air when it comes to this connection. So I'm just seeing here that the masculine may have come together with the feminine and felt this amazing energy, but then literally ran away from it as quickly as it started, or you guys were headed down this road to just, having a great life, and then all of a sudden he just canned it. And the reason why is because this is like somebody throwing something away, throwing love away, throwing a perfectly beautiful relationship or connection away. And why are we doing this? Because we've got issues. That's why. And the masculine's got some issues. And that's why the Four of Cups kept coming up in this reading, because the masculine is not able to face this kind of connection. He's not able to face this kind of beauty, this kind of love. You're ready. You're ready to go, feminine, but your masculine, unfortunately, just isn't ready at this time. Okay. And this can always change. Everything is always possible. I've done so many readings where it's just like, ooh, it's a little dark and gloomy. And then all of a sudden, bam, at the end, it's like a freaking fairy tale, living happily ever after. So you never know week to week how the energies are going to shift and change. So even if we don't get a happily ever after today, it doesn't mean that next week that energy can't change. A lot of people get caught up in, well, your readings are very contradictory because, one day you said this and now the next day's reading is something different. Duh, because people are constantly shifting and changing on a freaking minute by minute basis. I mean, second by second, people. So, you can't get caught up in, well, the card said, because at the end of the day, we're emotional human beings. And so we're going to constantly be doing things based on our emotions and based on our feelings and just how we're feeling in the moment. So just wanted to say that. All right, so this is kind of what we got going on for the light and some shadow here for the week. But let's go ahead now and go into some energies here of some things that the masculine and the feminine are, wanting to say, or the things that are on their mind in the subconscious. Okay, so if you're not speaking to the masculine or the feminine, each other, let's go ahead and get some energies here of some things that people want to say to one another, or some things that are rolling around in their minds, because sometimes these cards can indicate maybe not necessarily what the person wants to say, but it could indicate what was said to you at one time and what's still stuck in your headspace. So let's go ahead and get some messages here. So what does the masculine want to say to the feminine? What is in his headspace? What is he thinking about? What's going on there? Whether he's communicated it ever, or he has communicated it, he's kept it to himself. Regardless, maybe this is a past words, past energy. This could even be future words, you guys. So let's go ahead and get some energies that the masculine has towards his feminine right now. Oh boy, I am finally seeing the consequences of my actions, you guys. That's judgment. There it is. There it is. That's karma. This is our past is finally coming up. It's surfacing for us in order to examine ourselves on a deep level, in order for us to figure it out and clear it once and for all. So your masculine is telling you right now, he's confirming for you that even if you're not talking to him, even if it seems like he's doing really great, there is definitely consequences for his actions when it comes to your connection, and he's feeling these consequences. Finally. So if you guys have been wondering, when is he going to get his? When is, he going to see? I'm seeing that this is happening right now. And so even if he's not saying this to you, even if you're not seeing it, Even if it doesn't seem like it, something is happening here. Something's happening on a core level spiritually for the masculine. That's why the Judgment card came up this week for him. All right, so let's go ahead and get some energies here from the feminine to the masculine. I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. So this is the deal. Maybe some feminines have turned their backs on their masculines because they've had to basically save themselves from whatever the situation may be, you know, just trying to save your freaking soul, save your sanity, whatever. You may have had to turn your back on your masculine, and you might fear that your masculine is thinking now, because you've turned your back on him or that you've had to walk away, that somehow you don't care about him anymore. So this could be something that's rolling around in the feminine subconscious. Okay. But I'm also getting too that this could be something that the feminine is worrying about when it comes to her masculine, that he's forgotten about you, that he doesn't ever think about you. And I'm actually getting here that subconsciously, this is some kind of a story that you may be telling yourself. You may fear that your masculine has forgotten about you, and I'm getting that he has not. Okay. And one of the reasons is because regardless of what kind of connection this is, when Judgment is around, this tells me that this has something to do with a soul connection. So obviously this is a soul connection reading. It just further confirms for me that people are together to learn something about themselves through this connection. And whatever actions they've take, whether they have been, you know, positive or negative, is going to affect their lives at some other point. So if you're dealing with somebody who has done something to you and they just seem to have gone on their merry way and they're living their life and they've never apologized, or they've never, you know, they don't seem to be affected, that's not true. That's not true. At some point, there's going to have to be a balancing of these scales, because there's karma that exists here. There's some sort of a lesson. There's some sort of a challenge that needs to be faced. And you guys represent this for each other, okay? So there's definitely something here of a lesson, of a soul epiphany, a soul just even contract. There's something here. And somebody might fear, especially the feminine, that the masculine's forgotten all about her. And I'm just getting he hasn't. He hasn't. Okay. So this was the Twin Flame Messages card here that I created. Let's go ahead now and go into the actual connection and just kind of see what's going on with the connection this week. All right. What's developing? What's being just worked upon with this connection? This is the my Oracle deck, which is a Twin Flame Oracle deck. We have big dreams. Summer, beautiful. We got a lot of like beachy energy here. We got my masculine coming through this reading now. We have admired. Ooh, we have family. Okay. All right. So the divine masculine and the divine feminine have both showed up in this reading. And so the masculine is definitely coming through with big energy when it comes to the connection right now. Now, obviously, the feminine is a big part of this connection too, but for some reason, it may be that the masculine is, you know, chasing some sort of a dream. We have big dreams here. We have the summertime card here, which is about illumination, sunshine, positive energy. Also, we have admired. I'm getting here that maybe the masculine is working right now towards being more admirable, being somebody that's admired, somebody that his feminine could actually look at in a positive way. Okay. So for family here, it could just be that there's family issues. And it could be that that's one of the reasons why your masculine has been a certain way within your dynamic, because of family ties, family issues, family bogging him down. And for some of you, yes, it could be a third party situation, as in your masculine has a family. Okay. But he still admires you, even though it doesn't seem like he does. But again, there's some kind of an energy here where the masculine is tied to some sort of he's either a public figure or somebody who's in the limelight. And that's just really where the energy is at when it comes to the connection right now. But it's through this energy that the masculine is improving himself. And it could be that the feminine here, maybe she's got family. Maybe she's just, you know, could be soul family as well. It doesn't have to be an actual family, where she's just spending time with family. All I know is that this is actually really good energy for the connection, but it seems that the masculine and the feminine are doing different things with this energy. They're not quite tied to the energy together. It's separate for them for some reason. So let's go ahead and get some tarot just to kind of get some clarifiers on this, okay? Let's go ahead and go into these cards here. This is the Angel Tarot. Let's clarify this energy. clarify the big dreams, please. Yeah, look at that. It's creativity, inspiration. Again, you know, somebody's got a dream here. Somebody's very creative. It could be the feminine too, but the masculine is showing up very strong here. So it could be that right now the masculine is creating something. He's inspired to chase a dream, go after something, create something new for himself. I got a lot of fire energy. So I definitely have like spring and summer coming up here, warmth, that sort of thing. So there's definitely something positive that's coming from somebody doing something, getting into their life purpose, living out their dreams, feeling really more positive, maybe even working on their physical body, just being in a really good energy for some reason this week when it comes to the connection. So the work the masculine is doing on himself right now, even though he may have his back turned to the connection, he's individually on his own doing something that the feminine may admire later on. And it may be that he is working, he's working in raising that vibration, whether he is looking at it that way or not. It's like it's ultimately going to raise his vibration. It's going to cause him to feel a lot more stronger, have a lot more courage and strength. And I'm just seeing here it's going to be admired by the feminine. That's what I'm getting. So let's go ahead and get the summer energy. What's happening here for the summer? Oh, wow. Look at this, you guys. It may be that one of the reasons that the summer card is coming through is because we've got the masculine that may come with a cup towards his feminine in the summertime, in the summer months. Now, I know that some people are on the other side of the world, so this could be current energy, of course. So this could be that, you know, this is coming soon. For others, that might just be that it's 2 seasons away because it's winter time now. But the King of Cups is definitely an energy here. You know, summertime, we could be talking about specific months because the cups cards are related to water signs, and water signs, we have Pisces, which is not summer. We have Cancer, which is, that's, I think, July, a little bit of July, June, July, or August. I think it's June and July. And what's the other one? Scorpio, and that's not summertime. So it could be during Cancerian season, July or around that time, that something shifts with the masculine and he's coming forth with an offer. Very interesting, you guys. Yeah, see, a lot of masculine energy coming through this reading. So this is definitely masculine. Whatever he's doing right now is working. It's working towards him feeling better about himself. It's through his inspirations. It's through his creativity. It's through whatever work he's doing right now that's going to help to bring him to this level of emotional maturity of the King of Cups to where he can offer a commitment if he was not able to do that before. And we already saw the shadow that the masculine has is that he was cynical. So this could either be past tense. He's been cynical in the past or he's currently cynical. And this is going to shift and change. That's what I'm seeing. So let's go ahead and get an energy for the masculine. Oh my God. Exactly. Angel of success, the world. I'm telling you, this masculine is doing something, and this isn't going to resonate for everybody, but if you've got a masculine that is traveling, that they are creating something, that they're being admired, that they're in the limelight for some reason. I mean, this is definitely, you're plugged into this energy. King of Cups could be a water sign individual, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So that could be significant for some of you out there, but it's not going to resonate for everybody. But Angel of Success, this could be a masculine, again, through his successes, through his creativity, through his inspiration, through his big dreams, through chasing something. We've got some energy here where he's going to be feeling much better. And so when he's feeling much better, it's like he's coming forward with this offer, this cup. Okay. Let's see the admired energy here. Oh my God. Look at this, you guys. Ace of Cups. For some of you here, fire and water could be very significant for you. Maybe you're fire, maybe you're water, maybe your masculine's fire, water, or feminine, whoever I'm talking to here, but Ace of Cups. I'm telling you why. The Ace of Cups to me, yes, is a love offer. It's that cup that you know, masculine is offering the feminine, but it's when it's our own cup. If our own cup is filled with love and our own cup is in that energy, feeling really positive and healed, we've worked on ourselves. Now we can combine that with another and go into the Two of Cups energy. So again, somebody, once they're feeling better, is going to offer a cup of love. And it could even be that this family card here, like maybe you've had issues with the masculine, if you're a feminine watching this video, that he's had family issues, family of origin issues, childhood issues, whatever. And this might add to his cynicism. Or it could just be that maybe he has a family right now that is creating issues, or he's in a possible marriage or commitment or something. And this is one of the things that makes it difficult for your connection right now to come together. Take what resonates. Let's get that family card. Eight of Pentacles, dedication. Wow. You know, I'm really getting more than anything is that the family card, it doesn't have to be about children, you guys, but to me, it's about commitment. And we already have the King of Cups saying this is commitment. Your masculine right now is working on the situation. So again, this can go two ways. If you're waiting on a masculine because he either has family issues, and that can encompass family issues from childhood issues, overbearing family, family dynamics, or in fact, the masculine has a family, or he wants this with you, dedicated to make this sort of commitment to have a family with you at some point. This looks so good. So again, this is a perfect example of a reading that kind of started off like, you know, the masculine's just kind of got his back turned to this connection. He's not really into it at this particular time, but look at all of these things that are happening right now. So all the challenges that you're experiencing right now, if you're a feminine watching this video with your masculine, do you see how it's all working out for the betterment of your connection later on? So the world is also about the closing of a cycle, coming full circle with the realization. And then we have two aces here. We have an ending and two aces. And then this king that's offering this brand new cup. It's amazing because he's done the freaking work, Eight of Pentacles. Because he's dedicated his time to changing, to evolving, to learning the spiritual lesson. Oh my gosh, I'm getting chills because it's so powerful. It's so powerful. So this doesn't mean that the feminine isn't doing any kind of work or that, you know, she's not in this energy too. So let's go ahead and look at it that way. The feminine, even though we did have the masculine coming through here, the feminine is definitely in a very good energy. We already saw that at the beginning of the reading. She's closing chapters. She's going through emotional mastery. She's going towards working on herself, loving herself, dedicated to her spirituality, her path, and what makes her happy. So both the masculine and the feminine are in this energy, but they're in it differently. But I'm getting it's all leading to the same place. How beautiful is that? Okay, so why don't we go ahead now and take a look and get some energies here. Let's get some energies of the soul contract. I feel like doing that. I normally don't do that with these ones for the week, but let's go ahead and get some energies of the soul contract. Okay, let's get some energies of the soul contract. This right here is Tony Carmine's Salerno, Art of Love, but this was also created by Denise Jarvie, I believe is the name of the creator of this deck. So the Art of Love Tarot, as well as the Gaia Oracle. Let's take a look at the soul contract and just kind of see what's going on right now within that soul contract. What are the current things that are coming up for the soul contract right now? We have inner sanctuary. That's beautiful. Look at that. 3 + 8, number 11. Love it. So the thing is, you know, this is about inner sanctuary. You're coming together with your partner. Sorry, the doorbell's ringing. You're coming together with this partner, and you are supposed to get to that inner sanctuary within yourself. You're supposed to get to this point of inner sanctuary, going within, getting on a more spiritual path, loving yourself. So this connection almost forces you to get into that energy with yourself. Look at that, the Emperor, definitely about the masculine. The masculine is coming up again in this reading. So it's really telling us here that the masculine is meant to go within. He's meant to get to this peaceful place with himself so that way he can really roar in his masculine energy. And you see the key word there? Father. I don't know if some of you, and again, it's not going to resonate for all of you, he may have become a father in another situation, not with you. It may be that there's father issues that you have that are being ignited and triggered by your masculine. There could be this energy that you guys are supposed to come together and actually have a child with this masculine. So that's amazing. Let's go ahead and get another message here. Purification. We have fire coming through this reading again. A lot of fire. The Emperor is also ruled by Aries, which is fire. So here, purification, bare essentials, the naked truth and wholeness. The only way to the wholeness of who we are is to literally strip down naked, be completely vulnerable, and be purified by that fire. It literally is about being taken down, completely stripped of everything in order for us to get to this inner sanctuary within ourselves. So this is definitely your connection coming through has been a tough one. You may have felt this energy. You may have felt like you've gotten burned by the masculine, or you've gotten burned by the fire of this experience, whatever it is. Or maybe the masculine even feels this way too. But it's definitely purifying your souls for spiritual ascension in this lifetime. Oh my God. I was just going to say the tower, and this is the tower, the ego, the collapse of the ego. Oh my gosh. So I'm really glad that I pulled these, because it really just showcases to you that, some of us may be in a connection with somebody and, we're not quite sure why we came together with this individual, or why it's so difficult, or why it seems to be so challenging. Well, this is why, okay? You came together with this individual in order to collapse the ego, in order to collapse your old ways. And we can see that the masculine is still fighting this. He's still in mental conflict of letting go of the old and embracing this spiritual connection. But it's there, okay? It's there. It's beckoning him. And the feminine is in the energy where she is doing a lot of work. She's in that inner sanctuary, maybe not every single day. She has stripped down to the bone, and she has purified herself by the fire. She's doing better. She's willing to let the ego collapse. She's willing to go through her death and let go. And so all these things are happening here. She's been in the transformative energy. Now she's just waiting for her masculine to catch up with her. Okay. So she's a few steps ahead of the masculine. But you guys came together. Literally, your worlds collided and it crashed down, and it's never been the same for you. Whoever's watching this video, it's never been the same for you. But I'm also getting it's actually never been the same for the masculine. But the masculine's a little bit better of turning his back on this connection. So he's a little bit more in the ego. The ego has not collapsed 100% for the masculine just yet. And the thing is, for the feminine as well, there could be some aspects that she's still holding on to that need to be collapsed. All I know is that people are going to be purified by fire, brought into their wholeness through this connection. So whatever crazy shit you're going through with this partner, it's happening for a reason. It's to purify your soul straight down to the freaking bone. So that way you can get into that inner sanctuary within yourself and also own that energy, be the king of this life. That's what I'm getting here. The king of this life, the king of your life. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into some future energies. And when I say future, it just means let's go ahead and let Spirit give us a little bit of an indication of some things to kind of be on the lookout for when it comes to, things that might bring us some energies or answers or guidance for the future. And how we're going to do this is we're going to get signs from Spirit Love Oracle. So numbers, colors, objects, signs come through this deck to be on the lookout for the future and what, you might need to consider, or what these things might be telling you. I don't know why I can't talk. So let's go ahead and get into this. And we're going to clarify with some tarot so we know exactly how this either may come up or what it means. So we'll draw 5 cards. Beautiful. Rainbows promise renewal. Okay, so if you're seeing rainbows, this is Spirit's way of telling you, hey, you know what? I know it's been gloomy. I know you've gone through a storm. Literally a shit storm for some of you, but there is going to be hope and renewal. We already got the Judgment card in this reading, which does mean renewal. We have Rocket, Voyage, get ready for frickin' take off. This is definitely not staying planted. This is about moving the energy forward. We have Pink, beautiful. I love this. Pink has to do with love, caring, and compassion. So this is about surrounding yourself with pink, surrounding yourself with flowers. It could be roses specifically for some of you. It could just be the scent of flowers, the scent of rose, or just, being in that color therapy, color scheme of pink. This will really help you to feel more compassionate and more caring and feel more love, not only for yourself, but also for your person. It could also be, carrying around rose quartz or keeping that close to your heart at this particular time. We have Maturity, Beard. I love it. Okay. So it could be that when you see beards, or maybe you're masculine, it wouldn't be the feminine. I hope not, right? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. There could be like bearded ladies out there, right? I don't know. But anyways, what I'm saying is that it looks to me like this is more probably about the masculine maturity. It's just technically, culturally, a sign of maturity. And so that's one of the reasons I designed this card. And so it could just be this energy when you see a beard, you're like, oh, okay, maybe the masculine is maturing. Maybe you just grew a goatee or whatever. Or maybe it's when you see beards on the street where you're just like, damn, that's like a crazy ass ass beard. Well, it's just a level of maturity, and it's an indication that people can be renewed, people can mature, people can grow. So it's going to be Spirit's way of just kind of reminding you of that. And we have Fate. I love this card, Fate. Fate is a little different than Destiny. When I get the Wheel of Fortune, yes, it can represent fate and destiny, but destiny and fate to me as a reader are a little bit different. Fate is fate. You can't change that shit. Fate is what the universe basically decides for you. That's divine intervention. That's divine timing, okay? Can't really mess with that. But destiny is our blueprint. It's, you know, we don't have to walk the path. We create like a blueprint for ourselves before we come into this lifetime, right? And the thing is, we're not always going to follow that straight line that we created before, that we carved out or mapped out before we got here. So that's destiny. So destiny is in our hands. That's where free will comes into the picture and that sort of thing. But fate is fate, baby. So that's just telling you here that there's something about fate in this connection. Whatever's going to happen is going to frickin' happen. And sometimes it might be, easy for somebody to get into that mindset, kind of like, you know what, whatever's meant to be is going to be. It doesn't mean that you got to stop doing work. It doesn't mean that, you just put your hands up in the air and say it's up to it's up to the gods, it's up to the universe. We do have to co-create, of course, but ultimately what's been decided for your connection has already been decided. It's fate. It's fate with however this is going to go, you guys. Okay? So yes, you do have some sort of control of how you feel and how you respond and how you grow on this journey. But whatever's supposed to happen is going to freaking happen, you guys. And I saw already with the masculine, especially, that there's some good things that are there's some good things that are going to be happening here. We've definitely got some change with maturity. King of Cups is emotional maturity. And now that we have this could just be through time. The masculine perhaps matures, changes, wants to grow, wants to renew things, possibly with the feminine, wants to now take off where things were stagnant before, is coming to you with more of this energy of compassion and love, perhaps. So why don't we go ahead and clarify these with some tarot. Let's go ahead and get into the Tarot Sutra. And then we'll top off this reading with some messages from the divine, some angel messages to close the reading up. Okay, so what's this renewal about? Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have a couple in the reading. The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. In the Hall of Aphrodite. So this is the feminine for sure. Renewal. I'm telling you, whatever energy the feminine is in really has a huge effect on her masculine. So feminines, if you're watching this and you haven't been in that energy of pink, you haven't been feeling compassionate, and you know what? I'm going to tell you guys, I really don't feel that the people that are resonating with these messages have been in real hard, lower vibrational energies. I mean, you may have experienced some, but I'm seeing that the feminines that are watching this video are a little bit more in tune with their masculine and what it takes in order to be a true divine feminine. That's what I'm getting from this. So your energy really does, your emotions, where you're at and how you love yourself and how you feel about yourself in this world really has a good effect on basically the world at large. Of course, your energy is your energy. It's connected to everything and all, but you're definitely connected to your masculine, especially. And so this really helps to renew the energy for the masculine as well. How beautiful is that? Let's go ahead and see this Voyage. Oh my God, the feminine's coming up again. This is the second time in the reading that we've gotten the Empress. So I'm telling you, feminines, you have a lot more control in this situation than you might realize. How you feel about just yourself, especially, has a lot to do with how this connection unfolds later on. It also really has a lot to do with how your masculine is responding to you, not only now, but also in the future. So if you're not feeling like this abundant empress, if you're not feeling good about yourself, what Spirit's saying is it's time to get that under control. It's time to take off. It's time to get going. It's time to get your ass out of bed. It's time to, whatever goals you have as far as like maybe your career or a physical body or different goals that you want to do, whatever this is, it's time to get cracking. Okay, it's not a time to sit around. I mean, yeah, this Empress here is sitting around. She's sitting real pretty. Okay, she's a queen, but we have Voyage, so it's being confirmed. It's being clarified by the Voyage, or this is clarifying the Voyage card. It's not really a time to sit around. It is a time to basically, really continue to do the work, continue to move forward, continue to live your life, because as we're moving forward and energy is flowing, it's not stagnant. Abundance is just coming to us rapidly. And that's just what I'm seeing here. Wow. Pink. Oh my God. Wow. Really? Right? Oh my. An unexpected proposal. Love with pink. I just can't even believe this. This is so amazing, you guys. I just saw 4444 on the screen. Holy crap. 2 of Cups. So yeah, I mean, whatever energy, like I just said, the feminine is currently in, or she'll be in, or that she's growing into, is really, really bringing her King of Cups to her. Okay? Really, really know that, feminines. All right, maturity, beard. Let's get a message. Oh yeah, okay. Look at this. 7 of Cups. This is somebody who, they're kind of looking, they're assessing their options. They might be non-committal at this point. Okay, but guess what? We have maturity. This energy is going to shift and change with time. So it might be that the masculine is just a little confused because he's got too many options. He may not want to commit at this time. He may not want to settle down at this time, but this change is coming. He will make a choice. He'll make a choice to walk away from things that are no longer serving him. It may be that right now he's looking at all the glitter and the glamour of something, okay? And it's going to take him time to realize that all the things that are in these cups are actually not even what he wants. He may abandon something altogether in order to go in search of his true ultimate happiness. And I am seeing that this realization with all the other cards that I've seen leads back to his feminine, you guys. All right, what's fate? 4 of Pentacles, okay? So I like that this card came up with fate. Guess what? Everything is intact. Everything that's meant to be, it ain't going anywhere, you guys. It's not. The 4 of Pentacles is an energy here where we're holding tight, okay? We're holding tight, and we're not letting that go, because what we have is what it is. What's meant to be is. Everything that this person is sitting in, they're solid. You're solid in this connection. You're solid in what is supposed to happen here. And what I'm seeing, what's supposed to happen, looks pretty damn good. So let's go ahead and close up this reading with some advice from Spirit, advice from your angels on this whole situation. I like these cards here for this. It's the Power Archangel Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. So let's go ahead and get 3 cards for some advice for the person watching this video. Whoa. Oh my God, the star. Archangel Jophiel is saying a dream come true. Believe in yourself. The end of a difficult situation. So you have Spirit coming up again and saying it's in the stars. This connection is in the stars. It's fated. There's something about it that things are going to play out the way they're going to freaking play out. And again, it doesn't mean that we don't have or that we have zero control over this. I'm seeing that we can certainly add to the situation. So why not do that, right? In a positive way to maybe amplify it or hurry it along. So the star is just indicating here that there's a wish fulfillment, a dream come true. Have faith. This is also about healing. Heal at this time. Allow others to heal. Help them with their healing process. But some kind of wish fulfillment, dream coming true. We have 5 of Raphael, 5 of Cups. I'm going to read it. Everything happens for a reason. So things that are happening right now are happening for a reason. This is about releasing regret and embracing opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. That's the thing. Obviously, something has happened in this connection, or you probably wouldn't be watching this video. You know, the 5 of Cups, somebody's looking at those cups that have turned over, and they're not looking at the opportunity that's behind them still. They're not looking at the good in the situation. It's time to start searching for the silver lining in this connection. There's so much more than what's happening right now. You know, it's about expanding your mind to the bigger picture, the bigger experience of things. Last message, Queen of Michael. Okay, so this is what I'm getting here. Yes, of course, the feminine has come up as the Empress 2 times in the reading. She also came up as the Queen of Cups, which is somebody who is just emotionally, she's in her emotions. She's feeling really receptive, maybe even psychic, just feeling very sensitive. And she's, picking up on all those energies that are around her, doing some emotional healing and perhaps cleansing and purging. The Queen of Michael, though, a little bit of a different energy, Queen of Swords. So Michael, Archangel Michael is with the feminine. Okay, helping her to stay strong, helping her to stay focused on what she needs to do. So this says you know exactly what to do. You do know exactly what to do. And sometimes it takes a little bit of that air energy, a little bit of that practical, logical side of ourselves in order to get certain things done. So sometimes being in the watery, mystical energy of 5D and all this other stuff, sometimes we're so in the clouds that it's very hard to ground ourselves and to basically take certain action that we need to take. So Spirit is just saying here that Archangel Michael is with you at this time, Divine Feminines, really helping you to bring you some clear insight, also to help you to become more independent with yourself. And we did get that card earlier of independence that you got, where there was a shadow with that. So it could be that some of you, that's like the last bit that you need to do. It's not like the last bit of work you'll ever do, but that could be a big issue for some of you, that you do not feel confident being independent. You don't feel like you've got all your ducks in a row. There's certain things that you just feel that you still need to focus on, maybe career and work. And that's why this card says a time for career rather than relationships. So while we know that the masculine is clearly not ready for this connection right now, it is a time for you to get more in the energy of career-oriented aspects of yourself, figuring out what you're doing with your life, figuring out your financial situation or your career situation. So it takes you to kind of jump into that logical aspect of yourself rather than being in the emotional aspect of yourself. Because if we see these cards, the stars that are the guidance that you're being given at this time is that this 5 of Cups, Archangel Raphael, this is healing. This is the angel that's healing. But the Cups energy is emotions. So this has to do with heart, which is why it's in green, the heart chakra. So right now, it's not a time for you to dwell. It's not a time for you to be in the darkness of that 5 of Cups, sad, regretful energy. It's actually a time for you to get more into that Queen of Swords, badass bitch energy. And it's not about being a hard ass, because the Queen of Cups is in this reading. It's about becoming more balanced with your own masculine and feminine energy. That's what I'm getting here. So this last message is for the feminine, which means that there may just be more feminines that are watching this video than masculines. And that might be one of the reasons that came up that way. But it's definitely a message for the feminine watching, that it's time for you to get your emotions in check. It's time for you to get more into focusing on career rather than this connection right now. Yes, you can still lend your masculine that healing, that loving, that light, that forgiveness, whatever you're lending his way, because yes, it is positively influencing him, but that's not your entire job. Your job is to also live your life. Your job is to also get your ducks in a row. So that way you can continue moving forward and prosper in this life. So anyways, you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that reading. That was a good one. It was a little bit of a ride in the beginning, but do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes these messages, you're meant to just face certain things, and then there's a blessing, a hidden blessing in the end. I know that some people watch my videos and they're immediately triggered like, ooh, I don't think I want to watch this. And sometimes you miss out on the beauty that comes later on. That's like the video that I just posted, I think, a couple of days ago. It was definitely hard at the beginning, but then it turned out so freaking beautiful. So for those of you that hung in there, that's awesome, because you basically got the gift of the beauty that came at the end. So anyways, have a great weekend, or have a great week, you guys, not weekend. Have a great week, you guys. And I'll catch you guys next week for the next weekly. Take care. Bye-bye.